Next, now in the given figure, okay, in the given figure, AB is parallel to DG, that is given to us. AC is parallel to DE, that is also given to us. And EDH is equals to 25 degree. And angle BAC is equals to 20 degree. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to figure out the value of X and Y. Okay, so for that, what we can do, see, since in the question, AB is already given to us, which is parallel to what? Which is parallel to this DG. Okay, AB is parallel to DG. Okay, now AC. AC is gonna be parallel to DE. AC is parallel to DE. AB, this one AB is parallel to DG. And AC is parallel to DE. This is AC, this is parallel to DE. And EDH is equals to 25. This is 25. This AC is parallel to DE, so this angle so they basically this angle should equals to this angle. So this angle also needs to be 25 degree and BAC is given to us 20 degree. Okay. If this is 90, this entire angle needs to be 90. This will be 25. 90 plus 25. That gives us 115 and 180 minus 115 gives us 65 degree. So this angle needs to be 65 degree. If this is 65 degree, then X plus 65 needs to be 180 degree. So X needs to be 115 degree. The value of X is 115 degree. Now we need to figure out the value of Y. This is 115 degree. Okay. This entire angle should equals to this entire angle. So this entire angle is 20 plus 25, which is 45. And this, so this Y plus 25 should equals to what? 45 degree. Y plus 25 should equals to 45 degree because of the corresponding angle. So the value of Y needs to be 45 minus 25 degrees, where Y needs to be 20 degree. So option A needs to be the correct answer for this. Now in this figure, in the given figure, if C is the center of the circle and AB is equals to 8 centimeter, DE is also equals to 8 centimeter only. and CD is equals to 5 centimeter, then we need to figure out the value of CF. Okay, we need to say, okay, the question is asking about the value of the CF. We need to figure out the value of CF over here. Okay, C is the center and AB is 8 centimeter and DE is also 8 centimeter. AB is 8 and DE is also 8. Okay, so now what we can see that both AB and DE are the chords of a circle, and this CF and this CG are the perpendiculars on the chords. Okay, so now property of circle that equal chords are equidistant from the center. Okay, equal chords are equidistant from the center, which means the length of CE should CF, the length of CF should equals to the length of CG. Correct? Now, if AB is equals to 8 centimeter and DE is also equals to 8 centimeter, that which means the chords are equal only. So the length of that CD, okay, the length of CD is equals to 5 centimeter. That is already given to us. Okay. So we what this CD is what? This CD is the radius of the circle. This CD is given to us, which is 5 centimeter, and that needs to be the radius of the circle. Correct. And so since the chord AB and DE are equal, their distance from the center must be equal, which means like CF and CG that needs to be equal only. Now, if we are going to the right angle triangle CGD, what we can see that the value of CD is 5 centimeter. Okay, so the square of CD is equals to 5 centimeter and G is the midpoint of this. So the value of DG needs to be what? 4. That DG needs to be 4 centimeter only, and this CD is 5 centimeters. So through the Pythagoras theorem, we can figure it out the value of that. So CD square we can write as CG square plus DG square. So that gives us 5 square is equals to CG square plus DG is 4 square. So 25 minus 16 gives us CG square. 25 minus 16 is 9. CG square is 9 only. So the value of CG needs to be what? 3 centimeter. So if CG is 3, then CF should also be 3 because they are equal only. So the answer for this question needs to be 3 centimeter. Next, now the 3 fair coins are tossed. Find the probability of getting at most 2 tails. Okay, what is the probability that we are getting at most 2 tails? Which means we cannot get more than 2 tails. We need to get at most 2 tails only. We can get less than that as well. Okay, so 3 coins are tossing together only. So for that, first we need to figure out how many total possibilities we have. Okay, and what are the different possibilities we have for this? Okay, so for this, if we are going to the total number of the possibilities, that should be what? 2 cubes. So that we are going to get as 8. Okay, and the sample space if we are going to take, so we can have 3 hats together. We can have 2 hats and 1 tail. We can have 1 hat, tail, hat. We can have tail, hat and hat. We can have hat, tail and tail. We can have tail, head and tail. We can have tail, tail and head. We can have tail, tail and tail. Okay. Now the question is saying that at the event at most 2 tails needs to be there. So which means either 0 tail should be there, 1 tail should be there or 2 tails should be there. The only item that we are not going to include is that needs to be 3 tails. Okay, so for probability of getting all the 3 tails is what? 1 by 8. So the probability of not getting at most 2 tails, that should be what? 7 by 8. So 7 by 8, option B needs to be the correct answer. Next, now in the given figure, angle ABC is equals to angle ACB. Okay. Angle ABC is equals to angle ACB and angle 3 is equals to angle 4. ABC is also equals to this entire angle is equals to this entire angle, and angle 3 is also equals to angle 4, and angle 1 and then angle 1 and angle 2. Which of the following Euclid axiom best illustrate the above? Okay, so for that, if we need to check out for the axiom, so if the equal are subtracted from equal, the remainder will be equal. This is the axiom what we can use over here. So option C for this needs to be the correct answer. Okay, so now we have question number 41, and question number 41 is saying that Sneha has a triangular field with sides 240 meter, 280 meter, 320 meter, and where she grew the rice. Now Karan also have a triangular field with sides 270 meter, 290 meter, 300 meter to grow the rice. Okay, so who has more area to grow the rice and how much? So for that, what we need to do, since they both are growing the rice in the field, so that's why we are supposed to figure out the area of the field. Correct? And since the sides of the fields are already given to us, so we will try to figure out the area of both the triangles. So if we are going first with the Sneha's triangle. Okay, so that the sides are already given to us, which is 240 meter, 280 meter, and 320 meter. So we will solve this and we will figure out the area of the triangle by using the Heron's formula. First, we will try to figure out the semi-perimeter. That needs to be 240 plus 280 plus 320 by 2. Okay, so when we are going to add all of them together, we will be getting 840. 840 by 2, when we are going to do, we will be getting 420 meter. Okay, that needs to be what? That needs to be the perimeter. Now, after that, by using the Heron's formula, if we are going to figure out the area, we will be getting Heron's formula as we already know, S minus A, S minus B, and S minus C. Okay, and root of the entire. So here we will be getting 420, 420, then 420 minus 240. Okay, then 420 minus 280, and then 420 minus 320. Okay, and the entire root. So here we are going to get 420 times 180 times 140 times 100. Okay, an entire root of that. So now when we are going to solve this thing, we will be getting something uh, equals to, after solving the entire thing, we are going to get it equals to 102, something like this. Okay, which is 1,02,878.5 meters square. Okay, now if we are going to talk about Karan, so Karan's field measurement is also given to us. Okay, so for here also first we will try to figure out the semi-perimeter. That is gonna be 270 plus 290 plus 300. By 2 we need to do. And when we are going to do this, so we will be getting 860 by 2 for this. And here we are going to get 430 meters. Okay, now when we are going to figure out the area, so for that it needs to be 430, 430 minus 270, 430 minus 290, 430 minus 300. Okay, and the entire root. So for this also we will be getting 430 times 160 times 140 times 130, an entire root. And this when we are going to solve, so we will be getting something like, okay, 1,11,814.1 meters square. So who has more area to grow the rice and by how much? So definitely Karan is having the more area, and by how much we need to figure out. So for that we need to subtract both the areas. So we are going to get, when we are going to compare it, when we are going to minus it, so we are going to get it as 8, 9, 35.6 meters square. Okay, so for that answer is not matching with the option. So that is why option D needs to be the correct answer for this question. Okay, now we need to move to the next question then. Now in a triangle, okay, now we need to move towards the 42nd question. For this, we are already having, okay, so in a triangle ABC, P, Q, R are the midpoints of the side BC, CA and AB respectively. Okay, if AC is equals to 21 centimeter and BC is equals to 29 centimeter and AB is equals to 30 centimeter, then perimeter of the quadrilateral ARPQ is B centimeter that is given to us. Okay, according to that, we need to solve the entire thing. And the perimeter of the quadrilateral is B centimeter only, and the value of B by 17 plus 1 is that we need to figure out. Okay. So for this, if we are going with this thing, so we will be having, okay, so for that, in a triangle ABC, PQR are the midpoints of the side. If we are going to draw the triangle here like this is gonna be A, B, and C. So P, Q, R are the midpoints of the side BC. P is the midpoint of BC. Q is the midpoint of CA, and R is the midpoint of AB. Okay, and if AC is already given to us, which is 21 centimeter, BC is given to us, which is 29 centimeter, and AB is given to us, which is 30 centimeter. Then the perimeter of the quadrilateral ARPQ. Okay, and since this P is the midpoint of BC, okay, and Q is the midpoint of CA, like this. So we need to figure out the perimeter of the quadrilateral, this. Okay, ARPQ, this part. Okay, so for this, what we can do, since we already know the measurement of AR is gonna be 15. Okay, AR is gonna be half of 30. So AR needs to be what? 15 centimeter. Similarly, AQ should be half of 21. Correct? So that needs to be 10.5 centimeter. And this PR, since it is the midpoint of this, so PR needs to be half of AC. Correct? So that needs to be half of entire 21, which gives us 10.5. Okay? And this QP needs to be half of AB. That gives us half of 30, which gives us 15 centimeter. Okay. And since the question is asking about the perimeter only, so we are supposed to add all the sides of this. Okay. So when we are going to add all the sides of this, which is the perimeter for ARPQ, so that is gonna be 15 plus 10.5 plus 15 plus 10.5. Which means basically we are adding 30 with 21. So we will be getting 51 centimeter. And B is what? B is 51 centimeter only. Now, according to the question, what we need to do, we need to figure out the value of B by 17 plus 1. So when we are going to put it over here, 51 by 17 plus 1. So as we already know in the table of 17, we can cut 51 3 times. So 3 plus 1, we will be getting what? 4. So answer needs to be what? 4.